is why are professional images for your business so important? And I think we think that, we may know they're important. And after we look at maybe what we create sometimes or what we see on other websites, we know why they're important because they do a lot of different things for us. The first thing is a picture's worth 1,000 words. You've heard that before, and it's just, common knowledge here. When you hear a picture is worth 1,000 words, it says a lot of stuff just by looking at it. And it's even more so in today's society where we're on a phone or we're looking at graphical things. We don't have a lot of time. If we can look at something, understand what it is or what it's portraying or what it's trying to tell, that's going to portray a lot of stuff of words to your particular a person that's either on your website or seeing stuff on your social media. And so it's probably even worth at least or more than 1,000 words nowadays because of that. And it basically enables you to show your clients and customers what you have to offer rather than tell them. And I think that's obvious. But they want to see things for themselves before making a decision on a purchase, whether it's your website or just seeing stuff on social media. And photos and videos are all the rage, whether it be Instagram stories or TikTok or just, Pinterest. Everything's images or video nowadays. And it's more valuable than ever to have some valuable, good-looking content that will entice people to look at your brand, think of you as a more important company, and then obviously get to your directory and make some conversions there. So it's worth 1,000 words. And it's important in today's society. And number two is that your media represents your brand. So those photos that you post online or that you post on your website or make for your particular brand, it represents who you are. And obviously low quality or unprofessional photos or videos or graphics that you do for your website, communicate that same thing about your organization and products or services that you offer. So if it looks like low quality items, they're going to expect low quality services or products from you, and it makes sense. It's just how the mental knowledge of you and what they think of you just works. Your photos and they're on your website are obviously hugely important when it comes to make that first impression to somebody. So when they see that first thing for you and your customers, they see something impressive, and so you do not want to skimp on those or make them look terrible. Or, in more important circumstances, don't waste your time as well. So you're trying to make something that you could easily do in a different way. The third thing is that customers want to get to know you. So those high quality photos that are replicating your brand, and if you're using services that are making it easy for you to do that, vice somebody in a different country, it allows you to add that personality and touch to your images that people know it's from your company. You'll be able to get your own brand, your own particular look that gets portrayed. I just think of BD, on all their videos that they come out with. All the images are different, but they kind of have that look, right, to the video. You kind of know it's their video content or their post because it kind of has that look. And that's what you want to do, is you want to get that particular process down and be able to put your brand and stamp on those images, and just by having some easy to use stuff that allows you to do that. And the fourth thing is that images can help you get found on the web. Obviously, everybody here has a website. They got a directory, at least, or additional directories or other websites that are kind of in the web sphere. So search engine optimization, obviously, that looks at, optimizing various images of the website. We talked about compressing a little bit earlier, but if you make the images so they download fast, if they actually have the proper naming elements in there, and it looks good on the internet and people are tagging them or adding them to Pinterest, if they look good, you have the opportunity to have those optimized photos get you found on the image results on Google Images better because they're getting tagged or added more, and then they just perform better in the search results overall. And they can help you engage and keep customers on your site for longer as well. And so if there's a lot of content that looks good on your website, they're going to stay longer. And then Google knows that because they don't bounce right away and they stay on your website, that they found something of use on there. And again, that'll help your search engine optimization as well. So it can get you found on the web a little bit easier. The fifth thing is those professional photos are versatile assets. So when it comes to marketing your business online, content is king. And I think we've all heard that phrase as well. But that's been the case for a while now, but it definitely holds true for images, is that they're pieces of content, right? They're powerful, they're versatile, and they don't necessarily age either. Some of them do, right? But think about that when you're making them as well. You can make it look good, and you may want something very specific. But if you have a system or you have a resource where you can have a template or be able to save an image and just change something on there, you don't have to start from scratch necessarily. And that's where templates come in. And we'll show you the software today that allows you to do that. But sometimes if it's more generic and it's just a good looking image, you can use that later. You can repost it on your social media at a later time. You can roll that into your random postings and you can reuse that, or you can post it on your website, or you can add it as part of an ebook. And so it's very versatile, and it's just basically another one of professional looking asset that you have in your arsenal to use for any of those brochures, promotion materials, cards, anything you think of, you can use that as an asset on there. So if you spend some time to make some of those things look good, you can use them for all of those different uses. And then the last thing is that professional imagery helps you to convert leads. And so when you have a more satisfying user experience with that visual information that portrays either your pricing or a sale or what you're about or what you offer, and they get engaged on that, they're going to spend more time on your website. They're going to be more engaged. And when they're doing that, when they're on more sites of your page, or if they stay on there longer, maybe they get the chat request. Maybe they get the pop-up for the lead magnet. Maybe they actually read some of the stuff in the blog from a link that was in, that the image kind of grabbed their attention, and they get some of your messaging across to them. Just inherently, if you have better images, you're going to convert those leads a little bit better because they're just listening to your message that much longer. So